The views, information, or opinions expressed during the Lex Talk More Action podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and should not be construed as advice, nor do they necessarily reflect the views of Community Action Council's governing bodies, leadership, or staff, or our funding partners. Community Action Council is a private, nonprofit, and nonpartisan organization. We do not support or endorse any political candidates.
This the city's #1 podcast. Love the topics, the guests, and all of the contrast. They ain't focused on the views and the traffic. What's the point of shining if no jewels for the masses? We gotta spread the news of our passion. Service is a verb, now that's community action. Yo, everybody let's talk. Nothing talking ain't enough, so everybody let's walk. We all want freedom, the eagle and the stars, but the only way to reach it, meet the people where they are. Unity's the only way to fend these atrocities. You and me together can eliminate poverty. And this is just a vessel of expression to make sure we stay on the message of progression. Yes, everybody let's talk. Bring your ideas and together we walk. Protect our seeds from the poisonous root, and we gotta reach the source and the soul and the root. Yes, everybody let's talk. We need community action, together we walk. Together we working to reduce violence. Speak through the airways, we refuse silence. Let's talk.
Hey, you are listening to Look. This ain't Look. This is Lex Talk More Action. My Lord, I'm rusty. This is Cameron Minter. I am your co-host, and our wonderful host is Sharon Bryce. Good morning, Sharon.
Hey, Cam.
What is going on?
Oh, busy.
I know, just busy, just crazy busy.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about you, though, still, but I love you.
Oh, my
I've got
gosh,
nothing
what?
but love for you.
But what could you possibly have that's negative to say about me?
Exactly. Who could do that?
I know.
You know, you just celebrated another birthday.
55.
See, I wasn't going to tell your business. I just put it out. I put it out there and let you tell your business. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I don't ever shy away from
Come
my
on
age,
with
Cameron.
it. Come on,
I do not.
But you shy away from celebrating, or at least letting us celebrate you.
Well,
What's that about? What's that about?
No, it just feels a little uncomfortable for me.
Oh.
You know, I like to celebrate everybody else,
Really?
but when someone, I feel, I don't know.
On the spot?
Yeah.
Is that what you feel?
something. Yeah.
That's terrible. You got to get over that. Your inner self is saying, we're missing out on some things.
I know. Listen, I came back, took a couple of days off last week. My birthday was Friday. Came back yesterday and walked into my office. It was full of surprises.
That's right. Boom.
Yes.
Got her.
Yes, it was. And it was so special, Cam.
Yes,
all
it
of my
was.
favorite things.
They
yes,
did a real
yes.
good job. They color coordinating everything.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
That was nice.
And then I thought, well,
That's it.
that's it. And so I go to the leadership meeting, and it's a whole party. I'm like, oh my gosh.
He's like, stop it.
I was feeling the love. Yes.
Okay, so Christmas time, are you the type that is like, oh, I don't need nothing, or I don't, are you that type?
I really am that type.
I'm that type too.
I really am that type.
I really am, because my wife just last night, we were sitting on the couch, she's like, what do you want for Christmas? Because I don't want to be trying to
Tell
figure it out.
Gwen, stop
I
talking
know.
about Christmas.
I know.
It's too soon.
She wants me to go ahead and send out the list. You know that
She's going to be prepared.
where you pull, I forget what it's called. It's like it's like a Secret Santa, but it's a list where you're everybody who wants to participate draws one name. I forget what that's called. But anyway,
It's not a Secret Santa?
I guess you can call it that. Yeah, It's a Secret Santa, but it's electronic. It's pretty cool.
I mean, for Christmas, I like getting gifts for other people.
Yeah.
Because I like to see other people happy.
Right.
And,
Really and truly, my happiness is when my family's taken care of.
Yeah.
And I can enjoy
Yeah.
Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's it. And of course, let me grill. That's all I need to do.
You're going to grill on Christmas?
I grill every year because, we're going to do that Thanksgiving thing. We're going to do that, right? We got to have the turkey and we got to have the ham, okay? But a month later, I'm not trying to feel that anymore because, that Thanksgiving meal lasts a little longer.
Right.
When you're the host and don't nobody want to take plates and stuff. And, then you got to, you got to try to eat it because, you done spent that money. But but come Christmas, food. I'm not trying. I don't want to see a turkey. I don't want to see a ham.
Well, my husband drives me nuts. Mm-hmm. Every Christmas, he drives me nuts because he wants me to prepare me. Now, first of all, he's got jokes, but we grew up at a time where Thanksgiving dinners were like the feast of all get-outs, and Christmas was the feast of all get-outs, and he still wants to prepare the same amount of food for 6 people.
Right.
Stop that. And,
I know.
He's looking like this is all we have.
I know.
We have too much is what we already have.
We waste a lot. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because, when we were growing up, and I'm going to speak for my household. When we was growing up, that turkey, it turned into hash. It turned into soup. It turned into all kinds of things because we wasn't wasting that turkey.
Well, absolutely.
Turkey sandwiches. But in my household, it's going to last about 3 days.
For us, the day after.
Y'all done it?
No. With the turkey, the day after is gumbo.
Okay. Oh,
it's gumbo the day after.
See, that's what's up. That's what's up. We're not going to get to talking about this, New Orleans cooking and stuff because still it's almost the end of 23 and I still haven't had a plate. Y'all been following this saga with us, and she still hasn't brought anything in remotely dealing with New Orleans.
That would require me to go into the kitchen and cook. And I have lost all enthusiasm now that the kids...
all of it. It's all... Where are we going? Where are we going to eat? I bet this cold weather, that'll shut it down.
Well, when I was driving in to work this morning, I was thinking, I might make a gumbo when I go home. It was on my mind because it was cool.
I'm not listening to this. Who we got in the house today? Let's start our show.
Samantha Anderson, welcome to the show.
Hello. I want gumbo too.
Oh, listen.
You can want it all you want. I'm just here to tell you.
I'm not going to get it, right? I'm not going to get it.
As long as you know I have the best intentions. I do.
She got something.
I do. But we got Samantha Anderson here from our
Welcome
Human Resources
to the show.
Department this morning.
Thank you. I feel so important here today.
Well, you're important every day here because you are really responsible for going out and recruiting and getting our amazing staff for our team.
Yes, it's a team of us in HR. We love what we do, and we want people to find their career path. Oh, not just a job, their career path.
Okay.
And what do we do to help them?
So what we do, we have open interviews. We interview on the spot, and we will say, hey, you have that job. We advertise these positions, and we put you in the position that we think you're going to be successful in.
Well, and you know what? One of the things that I really like about community action is we want people to be their best.
Yes.
And so sometimes that's not the position that we hired them for.
Exactly. Sometimes we interview them and say, hey, they would look much better and they would fit in this position. And we'll call them and say, hey, you interview for this position. However, we have this position that's open. And it works out great.
It is because people need to be where they feel like they're providing the most value and, and all of that. And that's one of the things that you guys really work hard toward.
Right.
And I know. I'm sorry. One of the things that was important was to get your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And once you're in, you can go a plethora of places, but get in.
I'm not in the position that I started in. I've moved around several times and, which I loved every position that I was in. But,
of course.
You have the flexibility of moving to try to prevent burnout. That's one thing that we try to do.
Right. And again, it's not just a job. I say it's a career path for the three of us. We started out in one position and look at us now. And we're still here. I just celebrated 19 years with the organization. So I made this my career. And so that's what we want everyone to do. This is your career path. We want you to be happy as a teacher, as a specialist. If it's not that fiscal department, HR department, weatherization, housing. We have that for you. And not only that, we have awesome benefits thanks to you.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, well, let's talk about them. Yes, awesome.
We got benefits.
We have benefits. And the best thing I think I love about it is the 401k. You could contribute immediately, but the agency contribute 8%.
And you know what? That's almost unheard of.
Exactly. You do not find that again. And that's a long term. Again, a career path. You are investing in yourself. And so that is great.
Wow. So
That's awesome.
tell me, what are some of the other benefits? The 401k, I love the 8%.
Yes. And we also have health and dental. You know, we partially self-funded, so we pay a portion of your health benefits. So that's a great thing. Right now, we do have a hiring incentive. And so we want you to come in. We want you to be successful, and we want to give you those incentives. So apply. Come to www.comaction.org, click on careers, and look at all our wonderful positions.
Tell me about some of them, because I think that when people hear about us, they think that the only thing that you can do if you work at Community Action is in a classroom or work with children. But you can also work for children, because everything that we do at Community Action is to support children and families.
Exactly. We do more than just have teachers. We have specialists that come in to work with our teachers. We have openings for drivers who drive our children to our prep academies. We have we call it Office of Child Development and Office of Community Service. We have compliance managers to make sure our teachers are in compliance to serving the children. So it's just not teachers. And I always tell people when they call and they say, do you have any daycare openings? We're more than just a daycare. We get our children ready for school.
That's right.
So we are a prep academy, and we want our children to excel.
Don't use the D word around here.
Do not.
Don't use it around here.
Not. I'll
That's
start
right.
falling out.
Yes. And my child was a Head Start child. And she have strived, and she is now working on her master's degree. So we like those success stories, and that our teachers are the ones that put the children there. And that's a great thing. So we'd like to invest in our teachers. We want them to get their CDA, their child development credential. We want them to go from high school to diplomas to associate degrees to bachelor's degrees. And we're there to provide scholarships for them.
And that's a big thing.
That's wonderful.
That's a big benefit that a
Yes.
lot of companies don't have. We really do have funds that we invest in our, in our staff.
You're absolutely right, and that is a wonderful thing. Again, go to comaction.org, click on careers to see those positions.
Look.
Well-
She's on it. She's on
Well,
it.
and truly, and if they have any questions, Samantha, you're more than happy to take calls at 859-233-4600. All you have to do is ask for Samantha, and she'll be able to talk to you about any of the positions that we have available, and give you a little bit of an insight.
Right.
And if you need more information, I remember I was sitting outside one day waiting for one of my kids to come out of basketball practice at Henry Clay, and you called me about Carly. And Carly wanted to talk more to me about being a home visitor and what that looked like. And I even talked to her dad, if you remember.
Yes, I remember that was on a weekend.
It sure was. Absolutely, it sure was. Because we want people to feel comfortable and to know exactly what's going on and, what's in store for them. And Carly's been here how many years now? Going on 10 or something like that?
If not more.
Right.
Yeah. And I want to say HR is just not 8:30 to 5. Sometimes we know we can't reach people until after 5, and we're willing to do that. If we can't reach you Monday through Friday, we will reach out to you on a Saturday. That's what HR does at Community Action Council.
Well, and listen, I am so happy about finding Community Action. Community Action wasn't lost for me because I didn't start here. I started at a partnership site, but finding Community Action and finding where I fit in, and being able to help work toward that mission of people getting out of poverty and helping people have the skills that they need. It gives you that passion and that fire.
Feel good
It
inside.
does.
Yes. It makes you feel wonderful to help. And just not in the employees, it's just helping everybody, participants, anything to make them feel self-sufficient in their life. I love to make them do that.
Well, and that comes, and sometimes you help yourself when you're trying to find a way to help somebody else. It kind
Yes.
of changes you,
Yes.
and that's one of the spirits I think of community action that just makes my heart warm, and I just love it.
Absolutely. You know, I'm gonna tell. You know, we're gonna go to a commercial break, but I've been here 17 years now. So yeah, and the things have changed a lot in
Yes.
in my professional development, and yeah, I just think that it's an opportunity, and we'll talk a little bit more about it right after the break.
Oh yes, I want to hear about your opportunity because you have really had a come up, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
You are listening to Lex Talk, more action.
This past year has highlighted the strength of Community Action Council. Every day, our staff works together to help families recover from this crisis. We're educating children at home and in person, helping parents who lost their jobs, and helping households avoid eviction. Our work at Community Action Council has never been more important than it is right now. So why don't you join us? We have employment opportunities requiring a range of skills from entry level to advanced. Apply online at commaction.org. That's commaction.org.
Community Action Council's Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program opens on Monday, November 6th, 2023. Appointments can be made online beginning October 30th. Please visit our website, commaction.org, and select Apply Here under Utility Assistance Scheduler to make your appointment. Households wishing to make their appointment by phone can dial 859-300-6960. Dial 859-300-6960.
Community Action Council's prep academies have openings in their early Head Start program for children aged 6 weeks to 3 years old. Spaces are filling up, so now is the time to apply for the upcoming school year. Every child who enrolls receives a full scholarship for the entire school year. To get connected and ensure your young child gets a head start on their education, call Community Action Council at 859-233-4600. You can also find Community Action Council online at comaction.org. That's COMM action.org.
You're listening to Lex Talk More Action. And before the break, I was just talking about me being here 17 years. How about that? Somebody in the studio is a little jealous because they got about 5, maybe 4. Anyway, just how my job in itself has really developed. You know, I came in as the communications manager, and during that time, communication has changed.
Well, for sure it's changed, Cameron, and I think it's because you have to be open, and I think that that's one of the things that we do at Community Action.
Yeah.
We're open for people to grow and develop, but also not just for people to grow and develop, but I'm open to people's ideas and their visions, and, you know, with people being innovative, and that's how we got to where we are now.
That's where we are now. Yeah, it was great. We were dreaming and thinking and looking at where we were and the things that we were doing and seeing where we need to go. And we just started making pivots. And then I hate every show we have to talk about it. But then the pandemic happened, and we were in a great position to move forward. So we expanded and started doing video and started doing podcasts and started doing YouTube shows and things of that nature that have kept us relevant even in a time when a lot of people were shutting down.
Well, and if you remember when we were talking about having a studio and having a podcast and having a show, you know, we were kind of tiptoeing because it wasn't it wasn't popular because it was something new.
It was something new. It was definitely new for us. And you know, when even I remember when I first came, Jack Birch, rest in peace. He was very particular about us being in the phone book. We must be in the phone book. We must have an ad.
And
in
now
the
I
phone.
haven't even seen a phone book in I don't even know how many years.
You see what I'm saying?
I
And
don't
so
do they even make phone books?
I don't know, but when I get them, sometimes I get it. I just toss it right in the can. But it just goes to show how communication has changed over time. The newspaper was the big place to be. We used to spend thousands of dollars in the newspaper. But now if you're not digital, if you're not visual, if you're not on those platforms, you don't exist.
Absolutely.
And so, that's why we're podcasting, we're videos, we're all over social media. And so it's just, it's really a place where I have grown, and so where I started is not where I'm ending. And that's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
And he's not ending yet. I'm ready to see what else he's gonna come up with. Yeah,
my Lord, it never ends.
It's evolving.
Karen,
evolving.
So what I'm going to always do is challenge people outside of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because it's been a challenge, and sometimes Cameron rolls his eyes at me. He rolls his eyes, Samantha, in front of my face. He does this.
Well, that's a sign of true friendship, because I'm not doing it behind your back. But I'll never forget. We would get in the studio together. We didn't have a place or anything, but we were getting together, and we had a green screen, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do a green screen. We're gonna do this." And I was like, I got a green screen, but I don't know how to work. Well, get to work, and we're going to do something next week. It's like,
a week to learn.
Right, right. Yeah, so.
Well, okay. So one of the things that the pandemic taught me is that you don't have to take months and months to plan things, to do things. If you have the vision, go for it.
That's right.
Go for it. And the thing about community action, another thing that I like about this is because I allow people the opportunity to do and, to try things out. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
I would rather people be challenged to be better, to do things in a different way, to be innovative, than to be worried about failure. I don't want people worried about failure on my team, because if that's what you're worried about, I'm going to get in trouble. Well, with
you
who?
play it safe.
Yeah.
You play it safe, and we don't grow. We don't. Your skills doesn't grow. You stay in that same place, and without the challenge, then you just wither up right where you are.
Well, they say that your ideal is not somebody else's vision unless you tell them. And then they become to see your vision. So you have to give someone your ideals.
Yes.
Well,
I
and
agree.
Samantha, even when we're talking about this and we're using this as an example for really all of the positions that we have, because we challenge people, come with your ideas. I will take a good idea. I don't care who it comes from. I will take it and we will use it and implement it. And we have, I have an open door policy because I want to hear from people. But one of the things that Cameron was talking about on the break was preparing for retirement.
Yes, that's very important. And I mentioned about the 401k. We also have consultants that come in and talk to employees and say, hey, this is where you are now. If you're 24 years old and you're investing in your 401k, this is how much you should invest to retire. And this is how it's looking now. If you're at 2% contributing right now, maybe you want to up it. Do you want to retire at the age of 40? Right. Do you want to retire at the age of 50? And they will work with you. And we do that for our employees. And then also, Sharon, I remember an employee, and I don't know if we can say employee names, but she's an assistant teacher, and she came into the office, and I asked her what was her career goal. She said, I've been trying to go back to school, and I enrolled at a particular school to get my AA degree. And she said, but I didn't get a call back. And I said, hold on. I got my phone. I call a professor at that school and say, she wants to come into education. No one's calling her back. What can we do to help her? Before she left our office, she got a phone call.
Wow.
And that's what our HR department can do for you. That's what they can do for
what's
you.
Up.
Right, because it's not just about getting people in the door. It's about helping people evolve.
Yes,
and,
yes,
yes.
yes. And she is going to be phenomenal. I am banking everything on her.
Okay, then we need to talk off air and see who that is.
Yes.
I love phenomenal people because we sure have a whole lot of them.
We do. And, we keep celebrating, people who are retiring from Community Action Council, and they're putting in 30 and so many odd years. And it's like, wow, it's really got my mind thinking like, this is a place where you can retire from. This is a place where you can build a career. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, we're not just a job. We're not just, I'm not even sure what people, think that we are, but this is a large organization, that does phenomenal work in the community. If you are a social worker, we have so many different positions and departments that you can work in our housing and homelessness department.
Yes, we have a lot of positions there, and it's just to give back to the community. And now that it's getting cold, we may see an increase of that. And so they will be working overtime. And so, again, comaction.org. Click on careers.
That's COMM action.org.
That's right.
Or you can call 859-233-4600, and we will gladly take your call and get the ball rolling.
Well, and don't hesitate to get the ball rolling, to get the ball bouncing. Because one of the things, when you brought up Jack Birch, one of the things that when I was having a conversation with him years ago, I told him that I came to Community Action because I was wanting to help somebody else change their life. And in the process, I changed my life.
Yes.
And so that's one of the great. Now, we work hard.
Oh, very hard.
We work hard.
Yes.
But the feeling that you get from helping somebody be better tomorrow than they are today, and helping them set goals, and you see that sparkle in their eye, that is so.
It's fulfilling. So many people have a job that's just a job, but when you pour into someone's life and you're able to walk with them from some of their toughest times to their acceleration and to their, their next level of development, it feels like you're a part of it, and it's a part that people won't forget. So.
Yeah, and people don't forget it, and we don't forget either that the work that we're doing is tough, and it can be challenging, and you can, people have setbacks. We all have setbacks,
right.
I was going to say something silly that happened to me yesterday, but I'm going to leave that up. I'm going to leave.
We got to debrief this trip that you took, but what are some of the positions that, are currently available? And by the time this airs, who knows what's still going to be available, but
So what might come to us, because we do so many different things with different grants that we have different opportunities all the time.
So right now, again, we have teaching positions. We have home visitors. Home visitors are the teachers in the home. We teach the parents that they're the first teachers. So they go in and teach the child. We also have a compliance manager. I spoke on that earlier. Our South Central location, we do have driver positions. We have a couple of those positions that's available. We have disability.
So we're in 17 different counties.
Yes.
And some programs statewide.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and we also hire bilingual staff. We mirror the population we serve. I want to say that. So wherever you go to community action, you're just not going to see one group.
Right.
We try to mirror that population. And it's rewarding when someone come in the door with an application and the front desk call us and say, we have someone turned in an application. And HR goes down and we could interview on the spot. Who could interview on the spot and say, you got the job? That's rewarding.
Knock it out.
Yes.
So we're looking for some great folks to join this team and do some things, and just, there's communications, there's housing, and there's teaching. There's so many different avenues that you can go to by coming in. And it's
sure, we have folks that work in emergency services. If you have, and those are the people that work one-on-one
Right.
with people from the community who might need a little bit of an assistance with utilities or any kind of emergency
Right.
services, food services, anything like that. We make sure that we point you in the right direction, and just kind of guide you all along the way.
Right. We start with the family, and we work with the family through the kids. Anything, again, to make them become self-sufficient. If that's utility, if that's education, if that's a bus pass, we help you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'll tell you what David was saying yesterday. David is our director of IT, information technologies, and he has a position because he had a retirement.
Yes,
You know-
computer technician.
Yes, Mike
Yes.
had the nerve to retire.
Yes, he retired on us. He
You
left
know,
us.
I was like, no, Mike, don't retire. He said, I've done my time.
I've done my time, and
Yes.
it's time to go.
And so, IT is everything is technology anymore. And so if
Absolutely.
you
And we're
interested
invested
in a technology
We're
job,
invested in it,
yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Well, Samantha, we thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You want to hit that one more time where they can find you?
Yes, you can reach me at 859-233-4600. Ask for the HR department. If I can't help you, we have plenty of great staff in there that will help you with any questions.
Absolutely. All right, that's another one.
I know, down in the books. I'm so excited about this
Goes
one.
pretty quick.
I know. I love bringing new people into our organization.
That's
Karen.
it.
It makes us stronger.
That's it. Well, you've been listening to Lex Talk. More action.